Gemini, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. All right, so we have the moon in reverse, Cancer, Pisces energy. Your person, the 10 of Pentacles, okay? They're viewing you as the 9 of Cups in reverse. What you're not seeing is the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And we see the 2 of Pentacles also showing up in reverse. So Gemini, I feel like there's a big decision to make here about this person. The 10 of Pentacles tells me that this person has a lot to offer, and I also feel like they're looking for family or a long-term commitment. We see the Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's something here, though, that you're not trusting. So it's like you're not trusting your intuition, or you're not quite ready to make a decision here about this connection. I feel like this person, for some of my Geminis, I feel like you're a little bit worried that they're boring, right? Or that this is going to be a boring connection, or there's not a lot of compatibility here. But there is something that's also making you hold on to this connection. So with the moon in reverse, I feel like you're starting to get clarity here. But I also feel like a lot of my Geminis, you've been going through a difficult period, a time of like depression or anxiety, and you might feel like everything when it comes to relationships or this particular person feels a little bit skewed or a little bit, I don't know, like a little bit confusing. I mean, it may not necessarily be because of this person. It may be what you're going through personally. All right, so we see the 2 of Wands, so you know that you need to make a decision here, but there's something that's holding you back. There's something that has you in overanalysis paralysis energy, and that's typical of Gemini energy when it's feeling a bit imbalanced. So the 2 of Wands here tells me there is a sense of longing for connection, maybe even for this person. I feel like you're doing a lot of daydreaming about the future, what kind of future you want. And it feels like this person is here or this person is around you, but you're not sure, okay? So let's see how you're viewing this person. All right, the 8 of Wands in reverse. So this person I feel like you see is somebody who has a lot to offer. You know that they want stability and security. I have a feeling too, you know that this person likes you, but you're not sure. It's like, is this something worth fighting for? Is this really, really what I want? Okay, so let's see how you're viewing the relationship. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, for some of you, this could be an ex. This could also be someone that you need to get to know a little bit better, because I do feel like a lot of my Geminis, you're still kind of reacting to something here in the past, either some sort of personal loss or trauma or another relationship. You might be kind of still holding on to an ex, somebody that you idealized in the past, someone you thought you would be with long term. And we see Tower energy, Aries, Scorpio. So I do feel like you have been a tower moment for this person, Gemini, because I get that they're all in. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like my Geminis, you're not so sure. All right, so let's take a look and see what your oracle cards have to say. So we have strong Cancer, Pisces energy. We also have strong Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have strong Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Aries and Scorpio. But we see transformational relationships. And I have a feeling this is why there's hesitation, Gemini. Surround yourself with good people, and you'll find that previously unimaginable horizons will open up to you. I feel, this is the energy I'm getting, I feel like my Geminis, you have been through it when it comes to relationships. You may have been extremely attracted to your last partner. They may have been fun, exciting, maybe a little bit risky, for example. It may have been really hot and heavy, intense. And I feel like that connection, or whatever connection you were in, it doesn't have to be that exactly, you're still reacting to that. And I feel like you've got somebody here who's really solid, stable, and secure, but you're not sure if it's enough. You're not sure if you're fully attracted to them. You're not sure if this is what you want. You're not sure if you're going to be compatible. But I kind of feel like there's something really beautiful right in front of you. That's the energy I'm getting. There's divine assistance. See the divine spirit, your angels, your guides, Gemini, have brought this person and this connection into your life for a reason. But it feels really different than what you're used to. And we see the path to love. So your divine soul partner is searching for you, and soon you both will find each other. Stay the course and have faith, Gemini. All right. And just remember, you are enough. So some of my Geminis, you might be like, wow, this person makes a lot of money. This person's really high value. I'm kind of used to dating somebody different, or am I going to be good enough? But there's nothing to be fixed. Your authentic self is complete and whole. Don't ever doubt who you are. Some of my Geminis, you might be like, well, I'm a little bit crazy. I like, risks, and I like, going out, and I like, I like people who are different. I march to the beat of my own drum. And I kind of feel like you're not sure if this person is going to accept that, or if this person is going to be compatible. Because I kind of get like you're worried they're too boring, or they're too by the book, or something like that. But I actually feel like there's something really beautiful here. So we see the Tower card, Aries, Scorpio energy. So you have been a Tower moment. You have been someone who's very unexpected for this person. I also think you've impacted them so much more than you realize. We see the Devil in reverse. See, this person's in a healthy energy, Capricorn energy. And I feel like a lot of my Geminis, you're used to more toxic relationships, ones that might burn really hot and really fast. Maybe ones where there are big age differences, people aren't quite ready to settle down, or things like that. I just feel like this person's in a very healthy, balanced, grounded energy, and they're hardworking. Yep, they're stable, they're steady. But again, this can be a little bit of a boring energy, especially if you're used to more risky, like sexier, riskier connections. And we see the Four of Pentacles. But this person is somebody who's not going to hold back. This is somebody who's going to share with you. This is somebody who's not stingy. This is someone who I actually feel is quite compatible with you on many different levels. And remember, that Devil energy can also indicate that this might be a very sexy, passionate connection. But once there's real intimacy here between you and this person. So I kind of get like, don't write this person off. Now, we see the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, this person may feel, Gemini, like you're around for a good time, but you're not around for a long time. And with the Judgment card energy in reverse, they may feel like either they've been misjudged, or they misjudged you, or that they don't stand a chance here. Again, this is not somebody who's going to hang out in ambiguity for very long, okay? And we see the Ten of Swords. So some of them, some of you, this person, it realizes that you have gone through some sort of painful ending, and you still may need some time for healing, or that you want to be single for a little bit. But for others of you, this person is just worried there's no chance, right? That this is it, that your first date was your only date, or, if you dated them briefly or what have you. And we see the Three of Wands. But Gemini, I feel like in so many ways you are what this person has been waiting for. And I get this feeling like they've worked really hard for what they have, and they really do want to share it with you. And we see Justice card, seed, Libran energy. I feel like this person is balanced. They're definitely looking for a long-term relationship. But I also feel there's real potential, Gemini, for this person to bring balance into your life, if that's something you're looking for and you're ready for. All right. So let's see what we need to know about them. So we see Servant energy. So using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. I don't feel like this. I feel like this person has a lot to offer. I feel like at one point in time, this person didn't have a lot. Okay. And I kind of feel this is someone who's changed their life. That Devil energy in reverse. They may have, I just kind of feel like this is somebody who has a lot now, and they have a lot of stability, but they also know the other end of that spectrum. And we see Teacher energy, manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. I don't think that's the case either. I mean, I actually feel this person is a good person. I feel like, though sometimes they may struggle with communicating their experience, their skill, or their wisdom, or they haven't fully communicated to you who they really are. Because I actually feel, Gemini, this is somebody who's been through a lot. And someone who has a lot more experience than maybe they come off as, but they haven't quite opened up to you yet there. All right. So I feel like you are what they're waiting for. And I kind of get an energy of like, not that you've misjudged this person, but this person is coming off as a little bit boring. They're stable, they're secure, they're looking for a relationship, and you're not sure that you're compatible. But what I'm seeing is if you take time to get to know this person, you're going to see that this actually is something quite beautiful and compatible for you. Now, they're viewing you as the monk or the nun. So I'm not necessarily seeing as negative judgment of the physical world. Possibly. I mean, some of my Geminis, you might feel like, okay, this person has a lot. They're probably superficial or they're materialistic. And, that's not what I'm looking for. So they may feel that way. Or they may feel like, maybe you've misjudged them. And they might also be well aware that that there's more to tell you. They want you to give them a chance to get to know you and for you to get to know them. And they're seeing you as this queen archetype. So this is radiating the regal feminine, using her benevolent authority to protect others. So they definitely see that you're really high value. And I do kind of feel like this person is feeling like you're not interested. Or, in some of my Geminis, you are in the midst of trying to figure out if you are interested or not. But I do kind of feel like Spirit saying to not shut down this connection just yet. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, again, this is like the wait is over. This person, I feel like they could really bring balance into your life, Gemini. If that's what you're looking for, I actually feel like you two could complement each other in really beautiful ways. And again, you've been a tower moment for this person. And they kind of feel like, wow, what they've been waiting for is right in front of them, but they're just not sure that you're as interested as they are. Okay, we see the Fool energy in reverse. They could be feeling a little bit foolish. They feel a little bit foolish. I also feel like this person doesn't want to jump to conclusions. This person is not somebody who's going to hang out in ambiguity. Okay, they're not going to wait forever. But I also feel like this person doesn't want to rush out of this connection because they still feel and see and sense like there's something real here. And we see the World card. Yeah, this person, I just feel like, some of you, I feel like this person has been searching the world for someone like you, Gemini. And I feel like they're really sure about you, but they know that you're not sure about them. And they sense that this could really be something special, that there could be a new beginning for both of you. And like I said, it feels really different than what you've been dealing with or what you've dealt with. And I think that's why there's a question about whether or not it's going to be enough. Is this person fun and exciting enough for my Geminis? Are they too materialistic? It just feels like they're different. So the Two of Pentacles energy in reverse tells me there is a decision to make here, Gemini. The Three of Cups. Some of you have multiple options available to you. The Five of Swords in reverse. I feel like Spirit's telling you to make a decision here, Gemini, and choose peace, right? Now, peace doesn't have to be boring, but choose, the person that regulates your nervous system. And I feel like it's this person, but I feel like some of my Geminis, it's like, but this is going to be boring, right? Or it's, it's not my usual type. And we see the Ten of Pentacles energy in reverse. So I do feel like some of my Geminis, this is your choice, because I do think that with this person, there's a long-term connection here. And the choice is about whether or not you're ready for that. Are you ready for this? Do you want to give this person a chance? And we see the Seven of Wands. So this person, I know this sounds like a bit dire, but I do feel like this person will walk away, Gemini. They may even be about to walk away, but they're giving that one look back, that one last glance back at Gemini to see if, are you going to choose them? Are you going to give them a chance? But like I said, this is not somebody who's going to wait around for a long time. And if you're okay with that, just, you have to be okay with your decision, because it does look like you have a lot of options available to you. All right. So let's see what we need to know about this person. What do my Geminis need to know about this person? Love wins. Okay, so they're willing to take a risk here in love, changing, and don't leave. Like, this person doesn't want to lose you. This person doesn't want to walk away. But like I said, Gemini, they absolutely will walk away because they know their worth and their value. They also know what they want, and they might also be well aware that timing could be off here for the two of you. But I don't know. I feel like Spirit's saying give this person a chance. All right, let's see. We see reciprocity. I want to have equal give and take. Yeah. And I feel like this is what this person is really truly offering. We see in multiple places with the Justice card, Libran energy. We see it also with the Six of Pentacles here. This person really values reciprocity. They really value equal give and take. And I feel like you could really have it with this person, even if it's not necessarily tit for tat, like splitting the bill, equal give and take, but like, they do want to share what they've worked for with you. If you're willing to, put in work into the connection. We see we both are hurting from this, so we see damage. I do think that this person kind of feels like both of you would be upset if it doesn't work out. All right, and time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. So again, there's something here. I don't necessarily feel like this person is dragging their feet, but I do keep getting this kind of urgent message, Gemini, that like this person, they're going to give it a time limit. Okay, they're going to give it a time limit here. And I can see here that you're nervous, you're anxious, you're not sure. And so you do need to really trust, what decision brings you peace, Gemini, what feels right for you. All right, so let's see, what are their very next actions? What are their very next actions towards my Geminis? All right, so Hermit energy. So this person may be, showing up more in your life. They may be opening up a little bit more, because again, the Hermit card can be that this person didn't really open up to you. They didn't really transmit like who they really truly are, what they've been through. They might be a bit more of the quiet type. They might be a bit more reserved or stoic. So I do think that they are going to try to show you a bit more of who they are. And Six of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't want this to, they want to bring this connection into balance. And we see the Seven of Cups, and they also want to reveal very true and deep feelings. This might tip the scales for some of my Geminis. All right, and we see the Eight of Wands energy in reverse, but they are also protective of their energy. They're not going to go all in just yet until they get the cues, or they get the go ahead from you. But I do see this person, giving you more, showing you more of who they are, being, making sweet gestures, flirting more, whatever it might be, asking you out on a date, whatever it is. I do see them making this effort here. So Gemini, the decision is going to be completely up to you. It does look like you have a few options available to you. Remember that you're not going to make the wrong choice, but really trust what brings you peace, what makes your heart smile here. All right, but don't stay in overanalysis paralysis. All right, let's see. We have compassion. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend to yourself, be a loving comforter who always has your own back. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, Gemini, whatever it is that you decide to do here. And we see soar. So you're being asked to stop dimming your own light, period. It's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. So just, be authentic, be yourself here, Gemini. Remember, you're not going to make the wrong choice. Spirit's got your back here. All right, my lovely Geminis, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.